Good morning. I'm Professor Neil Fowler, the Dean of Students here at the university, and I would like to offer my very warm welcome on this moist Manchester morning to our University of Salford graduation ceremony, an event that has the ability to brighten even the dullest of days. Before the ceremony starts, I have a few requests. First, can I ask that you retain your face coverings on, unless medically exempt, for the duration of the ceremony and until you are way outside of the hall at the end. Graduands, probably a new word on you, but that's all of those of you sat in front of me with caps and gowns. Graduands, you will be able to remove your face coverings before you come onto the stage. So we'll be able to see your smiling faces as you're presented and to allow you to beam into the cameras for the photograph of that moment. Remember to look up to where your supporters will be sitting so that they can capture the moment for you. Our ushers will be there to prompt you as to when you may remove your face covering. This year, instead of shaking hands with the presiding officer, they will doff their bonnet. That's doffing. They will doff their bonnet towards you, and we ask that you nod by way of response when you are in front of them. Now, to help your supporters to get the best possible graduation photo, can I recommend that you pause briefly whilst nodding, rather than nodding on the run? Makes it much harder to get the picture. And if you pause somewhere just in front of where the mace will be located, that will allow you to both fit you and the presiding officer into the photograph. Guests, if I may ask that you remain seated throughout the ceremony as a courtesy to others so that they are not disturbed or have their view blocked. And finally, may I ask if you would kindly ensure that your mobile phones are switched to silent for the duration of the proceedings, but please do feel free to use them to capture pictures and videos of the ceremony. Now, just before the ceremony begins, I have a message for our alumni team. From the video you have just watched, you will see that your relationship with the university does not end today. In fact, it's only just beginning. You are now a member of a global alumni community of over 190,000 graduates. And Salford graduates go on to achieve amazing things, making a difference in all walks of life, from politics, industry, the arts, scientific discovery, and serving our community through the health, schools, and other public service. And we would love you to keep in touch with us so that we can share your life's journey and achievements, but also so we can ensure that you are kept up to date with the latest benefits and services available to you as a member of our alumni network. And as you cross the stage today, you will be getting recorded. So please make sure you bring your best and brightest smile with you so that we can record that. And you will receive an email from us in the next few days inviting you to download that clip. This is just a little gift from us to say thank you for agreeing to stay in touch. The ceremony will now begin. All those of you who are able, please stand for the entrance of the academic procession.
I declare this congregation open to present the awards of the University of Salford. Please be seated.
Graduates and distinguished guests, please welcome Professor Alan Walker, Dean of the School of Arts, Media and Creative Technology.
Vice-Chancellor, graduands, ladies and gentlemen, after almost 2 years of the pandemic, it is a great pleasure to be able to welcome you in person. Graduands, you will receive your degrees supported by friends and family, and we, as part of the wider academic community, acknowledge your achievement and celebrate your success. I want to say 3 things to you this morning. These are about flexibility, confidence in your creativity, and connectivity. The first concerns the power of being flexible. We know how hard-won your academic success has been, and you will have all have stories about the challenges you have overcome during the pandemic. The pandemic is not over. It has resurged in Europe, and currently, of course, we're confronted with the Omicron variant. Now is the time to reflect on your studies and to consider the ways in which you've adopted hybrid methods in the past 18 months, and how you can continue to develop these as survival strategies to produce new work. Your ability to maintain and evolve these approaches will remain essential for your future professional success in what is likely to become an increasingly chaotic and unpredictable global environment. My second point focuses on creativity. Being creative requires a different way of looking at the world, one in which received ideas and stereotypes are constantly challenged, in which there is high risk of failure, and which self-reflection and criticism go hand in hand with rigorous application of method. This is a tiring business. It is also often a traumatic process which challenges self-confidence and motivation. All of you will have experienced ennui or worse as the downside, as well as the magic of creating something new. The actress Dame Helen Mirren in a famous interview for The Stylist magazine described how she had struggled with issues of self-esteem on a daily basis for years. She commented on how she often feels a lack of worth when in the company of her peers, yet she knows this is also an important stimulus for her creativity. Please remember that you've proved your worth as practitioners, and you need to use the more destructive challenges you will continuously face to inform and develop your creativity. There have been many recent and wonderful examples of your work, and I want to mention a few highlights. During the height of the pandemic, the dance team gained funding to develop digital dance content in partnership with Hawk Dance Theatre. It was filmed and streamed by New Adelphi Theatre and selected for the International Virtual Performing Arts Festival in Indonesia. MA Creative Writing graduate Susan Sandilands gained a contract with Pegasus Publishers for her dissertation, I'm Lunatic, while recent media and performance graduate Chiara Rickard had her final year film selected for the Wales International Film Festival. Commissioned by the University of Salford Art Collection and Metal, The Storm Cone by Laura Daly is an immersive artwork that unearths lost bandstands and their buried past. With music composed by alumna Lucy Pankhurst, it was performed and recorded earlier in the year by student, staff and friends of the university in Peel Hall. These successes lead to my third and final point about connectivity. While your skills are essential in the creative sector, they are also increasingly sought in almost every other part of the British economy, in construction, the service and leisure industries, in health, and there is also growing demand for more socially engaged practice. There is opportunity for you to shape and transform our society, but to do this, you need the confidence to communicate, socialize, and build networks. I'm minded of the example of the brilliant Charlene White, ITV News at 10 anchor, who in a recent interview for Black History Month described how as a 20-year-old student she had the opportunity to gain work experience in New York. The day after her arrival, she was sent to the office at the New York Post, thinking she would be making the tea, and on arrival was set to work writing as a feature journalist doing double-page spreads. The rest is history. Please remember, you are also lifelong members of our community here at Salford. We will keep in touch and want to hear from you, to celebrate your successes, to work with you and to support you wherever we can. It is a great pleasure to congratulate you on your graduation. Your success is a special achievement given the problems associated with the past 2 years, and you've done extremely well. Whilst it has been an exciting year for our school, it has also been a year of significant achievement for our university as a whole. And as such, I'm very pleased to introduce our presiding officer for the ceremony, the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Helen Marshall.
Thank you very much, Alan. Graduates, guests, you're very welcome. It's so lovely to see you all here today. We've been waiting a long time for these ceremonies to recommence, and it's been hard yards for all of us, particularly for you, getting through the university degree programs that you've been studying on in very challenging circumstances. So today marks the culmination of a number of years of hard work. And you've got to think back to school days as well. It's not just university, it's school, college, gets you into university. And then the university experience you've had was probably not what you were thinking about before you joined. But hey, we're in a very strange world. So these celebrations for us have been a long time coming, 2 years without graduations, and now we're back to some form of normality. Everyone in the room's been affected by COVID, one way or another. So your achievements today in the circumstances that you've had to deal with while studying for your degree is exceptional. And you've got to look at what that gives you, not what it takes away. So how much resilience have you built? How much flexibility have you built? How many new ways of learning have you had to deal with? How many flip-overs? So we're all face-to-face, next week we're all online. And you've had to manage all of those things and get through your learning. So you are an outstanding cohort of students because we've built together, I think, resilience in how we do things and the way we do things and how we're prepared to stand up to the challenges going forward. And that will serve you well in your future careers. So I hope today, with your friends and families around you, and whether your friends and families have come from just down the road or from some distance, you're all very welcome, and we're delighted to see you here on campus supporting our graduates. And I hope all of you will take away really special memories of today. Now, whether you're moving on to further study or whether you're moving on to a job, doesn't matter. You've got to take what you have learnt and what you've experienced through your degree program with you and use it and grow it. You've done more than study for your degree. You've made friends, you've learnt how to live, possibly away from home, all sorts of different things. And it is a pivotal moment in your life. My own career started quite a long time ago, even though I'm only 39 really. I sat in an audience like you are, waiting patiently for the Vice-Chancellor to stop rambling on so I could get up on the stage and get my degree. And I was looking at the steps, and I was looking at the shoes I'd chosen to wear, and thought, that's not a good choice. They were incredibly high stiletto heels. And the up steps were not great, and the down steps were even worse. I spent most of my time going across the stage thinking about not stumbling rather than thinking about the fact I was getting my degree. I'll never forget that day. One of my lasting memories as a student, this is back in the 1970s, sadly now, was we did a charitable sponsored hitchhike. I was a law student. We did a charitable sponsored hitchhike. And myself and two friends, we hitchhiked, and we did really well. We ended up in the Netherlands. And we thought, wow, you know, we've done a big distance. That's impressive. And then we thought, how are we going to get back? And we got back. We were 3 days late getting back, and we were all in deep trouble with our lecturers because we'd missed a load of lectures and a load of classes. They were less than impressed with what we'd done, although we were quite impressed with ourselves. Leaving university, I went into legal practice. This is in the early 1980s. And I was a corporate lawyer. I was interested in corporate law, mergers, takeovers, that area. Went into legal practice. They put me in probate. Then they moved me into the family law department. And I kept saying, what about corporate law? Yeah, in time. And after 6 months, I said, whoa, hang on. What's going on here? And they said, well, you're a woman. You need to work in family law. And I thought, thank you, but no thank you. That's not me. And I managed to get a research contract back at the University of Birmingham, and I did research into merger and takeover law and started teaching and really enjoyed it. And that's how I fell into an academic career. It wasn't planned. I thought I was going to be a practicing lawyer, but that's where I ended up. Did I stand on the graduation stage that day worrying about my stilettos, thinking that I would have the privilege of leading such a fantastic university as Salford is? No, I didn't. It just shows you how your career and your life pattern isn't a planned roadmap. Take the opportunities that come, make the most of them, build your experience, your knowledge and your ability, build your network, and then look up. Where's the next opportunity? What am I really interested in? Because what you might be interested in at 22 might not be what you're interested in at 32. Your life changes, your experience changes, and suddenly you find something and you think, wow, that's it. And academic life for me was it. I really enjoyed the research in the areas I was researching in. Over my time, I've observed a lot of people in my career, and I've come to the conclusion there are 3 types. People who make things happen, people who watch things happen, and people who wonder what just happened. Now, which one of those are you going to be? You have to decide which type you are and go out there and grab it. So we're really proud of you, of what you've done in very challenging times, and you should be proud of yourselves. So we're here today to celebrate your successes. And you'll realise that as a university, we've done a lot over the last 2 years, despite COVID, ranging from things like providing volunteers for testing facilities to help do the COVID testing in central Manchester, to providing equipment. We sent a load of our biological lab equipment down to a testing centre in Milton Keynes so that they could actually start doing PCR tests 2 years ago because they didn't have the equipment. I'm still trying to get it back, but we will eventually. So we've done some remarkable things supporting the community through COVID, but we haven't stopped. I mean, you guys will know because you will have been on campus. The campus is looking a little bit like a building site, but we are carrying on with our strategic initiatives to build a 21st century campus. We've got the Science and Engineering building that is going up right in the centre of the Peel Park Quarter. On the Frederick Road campus, we've got Energy House 2 going up, and that's all about building green energy housing. So there's 4 steel safes in there, and you can put a house in every safe. You can make that house live in plus 42 degrees of heat, minus 11 degrees of cold, what we all experience on the weekend. Snow, rain, sleet, wind, you name it. So if you're a builder, you're a construction company, you can test all your new products out in a week. You haven't got to put the house up in a field and wait for the seasons to come and go. So you can really race things along. And those facilities are going to be fantastic, helping us build that green economy. Climate change is really important to us. You will see, if you walk across the campus, that we've got a lot of buildings with flowers growing out of the walls. And that's part of a massive project that we're doing to look at how green solutions can be used to help energise, power houses and save on using carbon fuels. So we've got a lot of stuff going on. One of the big things that we're doing is a campus master plan, and we're working with the Salford City Council on that. That's going to be a massive initiative, £2.4 billion for the whole project, including the campus. And that will see the redevelopment not only of the campus, but also of the city region. As part of that initiative, we managed to snag £13 million of investment from the government in the public spending review last month. And that's going to build something called the Salford Rise. And that will connect this campus over the railway line, down over the other side to Frederick Road, and join up the Innovation District, Frederick Road campus, and the Peel Park campus. And it will be a walkway, a broad walkway. And we're going to put some nice picnic tables and things like that out there so you can have a cup of coffee and take in the view. But that is going to be a massive help, because the railway line divides the campus, and people think the campus are 10 miles apart because of the railway line, and that will help us really, really connect. So you, our students and alumni, have been doing the university proud. Our Salford graduate, Hannah Russell MBE, secured bronze and gold medals at the Tokyo 2020 Paralympics. Our alumnus, Craig Easton, was named Photographer of the Year in the prestigious Sony World Photography Awards. Graduate Nicolette Peel was made an MBE in recognition of her work for the charity Mummy's Star, which supports pregnant women with cancer. And Maeve O'Sullivan completed an MA in children's TV production, was awarded a BAFTA for her film. Some fantastic stuff from our students. Everything is possible, the art of the possible, not the art of the impossible. That's what you have to grab. So it's been an exciting and inspiring time for you, I hope, being part of the university community and being part of the School of Arts, Media and Creative Technologies. But it's also about people who've helped you on your journey. Our staff sit alongside me today. They were there all the way through this, and challenging as it was for you, it was also challenging for them. I remember last Christmas, Thursday before we broke up for Christmas, government telling us this is what's going to be like in January. The day before New Year's Eve, no, it's all going to be different. You've got to come on a call because we're going to tell you how different it's going to be. The Monday after New Year's Day, 5 o'clock, Boris got up and locked the whole country down. So staff had to go through 3 different options in terms of what the new term was like in 2 weeks. And that's what it was like. So I want you, please, all to stand for one moment, the graduates, if you can. Please stand. And give a round of applause to all the staff who have got you through the last couple of days. Thank you very much. Please be seated. Now, in a moment, you'll pass across the stage, and I know some of you will be worried about that, but please take your time, enjoy it. Don't think about your shoes. Okay. And once you leave today, please keep in touch. As Alan says, please keep in touch. We work really closely with a whole range of our alumni all across the world. And when we're travelling for various reasons, we meet up and we have alumni dinners in different parts of the world. So please, please stay in touch. So, the whole world is working to build a better future right now, and you are a vital part of that. With the skills that you have, you'll be building a brighter future for all of us. So can I finish by saying this to each and every one of you? Be proud of what you've achieved. Be bold in your aspirations. The future is now yours to make and take. As we like to say at Salford, go out there and become unstoppable. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Thank you very much.
Graduates and guests, we will now commence the presentation for the Postgraduate Awards for the School of Arts, Media and Creative Technology. As you're invited forward, please leave your hats upon your chairs. You'll be able to pop those on later in the ceremony. I would like to invite Deborah Milner, Subject Group Head for Dance of the Salford School of Arts, Media and Creative Technology, to present these postgraduate awards.
Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Salford School of Arts, Media and Creative Technology, I present for the award of Doctor of Philosophy, Participatory Communication for Community Development, the Ghanaian Experience, Francis Badago. The performance of place and comedy explored through post-dramatic and popular forms with reference to the staging of A Good Night Out, Philip John Green. Equity on Demand, examining gender disparity in the writers for original scripted series on popular streaming services, 2013 to 2017, Kirsten Stoddart. Master of Arts, Contemporary Performance Practice, Kezia Susan Cannon. Master of Arts, Creative Writing, Innovation and Experiment, Joe Somerset. Beatrice Evans Braddow. Holly McHenry. Thomas McManus. Master of Arts, Dance Performance and Professional Practices, Imogen Cooper. Bethany Curry. Sarah DeMay. Louise Eldridge. Yu Ying Ho. Yan Ting Rachel Lee. Hannah Jade Lucas. Carlos Oliveira. Annabelle Chloe Peach. Grace Rayner. Natalia Jean Smith. Matilda Woodward. Master of Arts, Dance, Choreography and Professional Practices, Jessica Hendrickson. Wing E. Isabella. Alicia Scaff. Master of Arts, Dance, Creative Dance Education, Hallie Elizabeth Matheson. Master of Arts, Interactive Music and Advanced Studio Production, Joseph James Moore. Master of Arts, Literature and Culture, Heather Also. Katie Hannah Barnes. Amrita Johal. Master of Art Music Performance, Tom Metcalf. Master of Arts Screen Acting, Elliot Bailey. Eviania Baritaki. Kobe Francois. Andrew Charles Husband. Khurram Mahmood. Molly Morgan.
We now commence the presentation of the Undergraduate Awards for the School of Arts, Media and Creative Technology. Again, each student will be presented individually for their award. I would like to invite Tim France, Director of Performance, Music, English and Dance of the Salford School of Arts, Media and Creative Technology to present these awards.
Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Salford School of Arts, Media and Creative Technology, I present for the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Comedy Writing and Performance, Bradley Ellis. Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Dance, Faye Louise Mitchell. Jordan Worrell. Lucy Ellen Kelly. Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Drama and Creative Writing, James Atkinson. Molly Linda Batch. Joshua Thomas MacDonald. Jilar Rahman. Kyle David Thomas. Bachelor of Arts with Honours, English and Creative Writing, Nathan Russell Williams. Lauren Amber Taylor Bullock. Samuel Martin Fitchett. Rachel Ina Fletcher. And Jade Violet Morris. Bachelor of Arts with Honours, English and Drama, Millie Birds. Atlanta Russell. Lauren Temple. Bachelor of Arts with Honours, English and Film, Christopher Turner. Samuel Coots. Aidan McCarthy. Rosario Collegiero Monachino. Bethany Rimmer. Bachelor of Arts with Honours, English Language, Hannah Georgia Adshead. Ella Joy Glover. Megan Ashton. Madison Backhouse. Hannah Burgess. Gemma Louise Dixon. Amy Ducker. Kira Godfrey. India Grace Gowing. Shania Kerris Hardcastle. Leah Omerod. Kazim Tufeo. Bachelor of Arts with Honours, English Language and Creative Writing, Louise Hayward. Imogen Elizabeth Assells. Tamara Cassie Davis. Lucy Marie Mary Murphy. Ellie Murtaugh. Molly Ann Raby. Bachelor of Arts with Honours, English Literature, Hope Bragg. Molly Lee Crosby. Vicky Elizabeth Foster. Eva Helena Fulbrook Linzer. Ines Ishmael. Bachelor of Arts with Honours, English Literature and English Language, Millian Mohammed. Shahobanu Hanis Patel. Anna Haywood. Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Media and Performance, Emily Brown. Megan Darby. Megan Dodson. Jessica Downey. Emily Field. Jack Robert Gerard. Peter Stephen Hodgson. Thomas Matulis. Desiree Ogden. Chloe Louise Sheldrick. Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Creative Music Technology, Alfred Channel. Guto Gwyn Evans. Lewis Hodgson. Liam Hunt. Charlie Sherlicker. Samuel West. Lewis Jacob Bradley. Alistair Kant. Saskia Deakin. William Paul Henshaw. Ellen Glyn Jones. Joseph Lucas Khan Losh. Jake Osborne. Simon Wright. Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Musical Arts, Stephen Brooks. Charles Flowers. Christopher James Hall. Maria Swingley. Antri Anastasiou. Poonam Harish Bakhtar. Rebecca Braun, Eleanor Coley, Joel Gale, Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Popular Music and Recording, Rebecca Ann Caulfield, Amy Pace, Luke Whittingham, Victoria Woof, Nicholas Arapidis, Louis Barnes, Laura Clementine Edwards, Alexander Ethan Hall, Benjamin Harper, Stina Breedel Christensen, Hugh Lloyd, Connor Mall, Isabel Odelora, Joseph Paul O'Hare, Thomas Pitt, Nathaniel James Shufflebotham, Jacob Ward. Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Theatre and Performance Practice, Georgia Christine Brooks. Grace Elizabeth Hackett, Sally Pickering, Jennifer Lauren Tovey, Razwana Ali, Emily Rose Bates, Cameron Bentley Jones, Yasmin Boujibara, Lauren Bridge, Chloe Buckley, Katie Buckley, Georgia Louise Campbell, Kelsey Leah Collier, Liam George Dodd, Evan Michael Barry Dunn, Jose Rodolfo Fernandez, Michelle Patricia Green, Amber Jane Hopkins, Alor Wynne Jones, Abby King, Melissa Lee Mercer, Cameron Piercy, Sophie Scarlett Rawcliffe, Neve Rourke, Katie Louise Scott, Courtney Lorraine Smith, Lucy Talbot, Anna Teixeira, Elizabeth Francis Todd, Helen Jill Vary, Luke Whelan, Michael Whelan, Leah Wild, Jade Williams, Thomas David Williams, Jack Woodcock, Master of Arts, Dance, Choreography and Professional Practices, Georgia Locke. Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Popular Music and Recording, Michael Elliott. Master of Arts, Literature and Culture, Jessica Louise Porter. Rose Ermston. Master of Arts in Screen Acting, Chloe Elmer.
Graduates. Yes, you have changed your names. Graduates. That concludes the presentation of the awards. Before I invite the Vice-Chancellor to close the ceremony, please can I ask all of our guests to remain seated until the graduates have left the hall. I would now like to invite the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Helen Marshall, to close the ceremony.
On behalf of the University in Salford, I should like to offer my sincere congratulations to each and every one of you. Please can I ask everyone in the room to please join me in a round of applause for our graduates this morning. Now, University of Salford graduates, please stand. Now it's time to put on your hats. I now declare this congregation closed. May I invite everyone in the room to please stand.